So, Joe, nice work.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. If it's your first time, thanks for joining me. If not, thanks for coming back. Please make sure you subscribe, like, comment below, and of course, smash that notifications bell. This here is my 2008 Saab 9.5, which I had just completed rebuilding. Today I did a ceramic coating on it, nice detail. And over there, that's another Saab 9.5 from 2008, and today will be part 2 of rebuilding the rear end of that car. So stay tuned, guys. Check this out before we just hop on to the new one. Look at the ceramic coating on this guy. This looks brand new. Not to pull you away from the project that we're working on here, but I just wanted to share that with you. But okay, let's focus now. Let's focus. So yesterday's video, if you watched a couple days ago actually, when this video goes live, the video that I previously posted, you'll see that I pulled out with my brother's father-in-law, Joe, that frame. And today I bought some tools, and what we're gonna try to do is pull out more of that frame so when we get the new parts in, they slap back on into place. So let's go, guys. So guys, we're pushing the floor down, which is the frame. We found the access point and we got this little nub in there, which is helpful. And we're secured to the back of the frame here, to the trunk. And we're pumping. Let's pump away. All right guys, so while the hydraulic pump has all the pressure on the frame, if you look at the seam sealer that's on the left side, and then you follow it down and you look at the right side is in place from the factory, and that now is matching the other side, which means the hydraulic pump has everything in place. So what I'm gonna do to make sure that that metal doesn't fatigue back in is I'm gonna go grab the torch. We're gonna heat that metal, so while the pump is sitting there pressing it, it kind of fatigues it back into that place rather than going back into accident mode. So let's do it. FYI guys, the towel is there, so if that metal decides, if that piece of frame decides to snap, it doesn't go flying into the car or hitting somebody in the head or damaging anything, so that's why it's there. Knew that was coming. That's okay, because we can, I wanted it that way. Came down a little bit. Oh yeah. All right, guys. What do you think we're gonna do with this guy? I'll ask tomorrow. So, guys, it fell off, but we wanted it to, because look at it. We need to replace this thing. But the good news out of pulling this thing off is the floor has come down quite a bit here, which is what we wanted it to do. And I'm still gonna be doing some pressing over here and get all this stuff out of the way with the press. But I don't even think we're gonna need to cut anything out. Everything's coming back kind of nice. You look at this little line and then you look at this little line, it's all looking kind of good, so take it. Just so you guys know what I'm whacking away at, we pressed out the rear quarter panel here, but what happened was it pushed the body line out a little bit too much on this light. So what you're watching me do is correct that with the hammer. Yeah, it did. That's nice. Yeah. All right, pull that out again. I think we're gonna do a little bit more. It seems like it needs a little bit more right in that area. Alright guys, so just taking a second break from the bodywork and framework. I did just order the new parts for this car. I happened to find a trunk lid, bumper cover, and frame for the bumper, which was great for a good deal. And I think they're throwing in a tail light, but I'm not too sure. So we're gonna try to repair the one that's coming off the car since it's not that badly damaged, and I think with a little clear hot glue, we can repair the lens. Because as you can see, it just literally cracked at the seam here. So if we take the clear hot glue, which I'm trying to work out some old glue there, we should be able to seal that and put it back together nicely. So let's check it out now. All right, I think we put the lens back into place. I went back over it one more time off camera just to seal off any little like areas that I thought could leak. And obviously, as you can see with the clear glue, most of this will be hidden once it's on the car. So let's put it back on and see what it looks like. Okay guys, back on there. Like I said, you can barely see this, and you can barely see where I put the glue, and I'm like I said, I'm not done with this gap here. So it's gonna come together kind of nice. And of course, when that's closed, you shouldn't be able to see that, but anyways, depending on how it looks when it's done with the new trunk lid will depend on whether I keep that lens or not. So stay tuned. If not, I get another one, try to sell that for real dirt cheap since it is functional. And if somebody's just looking for a deal, they can buy it for a steal. That rhymes. So we are going to continue to fix this sheet metal. So I just pulled these two back towards the garage because it looks like it's gonna rain, as they're calling for it. So put it in the garage so we have space, or I should say, so we have protection. So if you look here, underneath this rubber flap, there's about an inch between the actual bumper and the frame, the sheet metal that I'm talking about on the silver one. So now that we know that, if you look here, we have about 2 inches, and in some cases more, from the accident. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna take our pusher, our hydraulic pusher, and we're gonna push, and I'm gonna also take this studded welder kit, and we're gonna grind down this metal, and we're gonna slowly pull everything back. We're gonna be pushing and pulling at the same time, and we're gonna just pay attention to where the bumper is, because this bumper is in place pretty much where it needs to go when it's all done. So let's get to work, guys. so we're just gonna start in that little area since it's the worst spot. So I'm gonna put the press up on this side to put some pressure over here, and then I'm gonna get that wet welder, stud welder, and get welded. Alright guys, so the puller is really like not working that well because these studs kind of lose grip with it and it just keeps falling off. Like you can see the metal pulling a little bit, and then the next pull I do, it pulls off. So it's really meant for like a thinner sheet metal than what we're working with here. So what we did is we cut a little square for an access point inside here to push that back out, and as you can see, we're actually slowly getting there. So what we're gonna do is just add another little extender, push some more, and then we'll continue to push the rest of this out another inch. So here we go. Alright guys, we have an update and it's a good one. We put the bumper back on. You can see all the body lines are lining up there. And if you remember earlier when I started filming, there was a big gap between the back of the trunk lid here, or back of the base to the bumper. And now if you look at it, obviously this bumper is still busted and it's popping up. But if you look at everything, it's back into place 100%. This is exactly where the bumper belongs, which means when we actually get a functioning deck lid here and we go to close it, it will close. You can see now how much that was actually pushed in from the accident. So Joe, nice work. Thank you. In the meantime guys, thanks for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, like button, and give me your comments below because we're thinking, I think we're gonna bring another Saab to life, and by next week I believe she will be on the road because the parts are on the way. And it's amazing what they look like. So stay tuned.